What is up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. Today's Friday the 10th, and I heard there is some insane deals at Target, so I'm actually gonna go to a different Target, not my local Target, to see if they have some good deals. Some sets are even 50% off. Not like, I don't think I'll actually end up finding any of them, but I mean, I have to check because some of the Star Wars sets are just deals that I cannot pass up. So let's see what I can find. The first stop is Barnes & Noble. Here, they technically had this retired Young Jedi Adventure set, nothing crazy though. They also did have a retired polybag, being the Separatist polybag, the AAT from, I believe, like 2 or 3 years ago, but again, nothing too crazy. First, we'll look at the Black Series here, which they actually have a lot better than my Target. They even add a couple first editions as well as the new Vintage Series, which is nice to see. I usually don't get Vintage Series, but still pretty cool. They were all sold out, but the Spider-Verse CMFs were 30% off, which is actually a really good deal. They have some new sets here. Captain Rex is a little bit lower than usual, which is nice to see, and I didn't even have to hide the turbo tanks in overall, this Target. Nice stock, nothing crazy. They don't really have any too good sales, at least for Star Wars. They do have a couple other sales for some other themes and stuff, but nothing really for Star Wars. They did have 2 markdowns, but they were all sold out. Saturday the 11th, gonna work on my Scarif because I didn't last time, but honestly, don't even know what I'm gonna do for this. I have a lot of figures I still have to add, so probably start doing that, add some water, some more like green detail I definitely need to add. And also, just finished my Boba Fett mech review. Obviously, I added a whole thing, which I never actually showed, but that was pretty cool for the Boba Fett mech. And I also did the Boba Fett's microfighter thing, which is already out. The mech should be also out probably yesterday for watching this day 1 of release. So definitely a good review to have out with the August releasing being Boba Fett's buildable figure. Also working on a video coming out way later, which is I built the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in Lego. Already have the original like first mock here from the trailer, which I built, and then I added the mouse droid, and then I also have this scene with the staff speeder as well as the cool like droid gotcha like commando droid out there, so it looks very nice. Just finished another build here, which is the pit fight. It's a small one, but it works. Definitely a nice build to have to the collection. So I only have 3 Mando and Grogu builds, so maybe add like a 4th one or a 5th one. Not sure how well I really want to go crazy with the pit fight. I had to add this one. I already had a scene of this one I thought was really cool since I had basically all I needed for it. So that's going to be definitely a nice video to work on in the near future. But of course, I should start with my Scarif and hopefully wrap that up. Here is what we have for Scarif. Amazing stream. Had a lot of fun. Looked very, very, very nice. I'm probably gonna do some more off-camera stuff, like organizing this a little bit better. Even if I just throw it down and like separate some studs and put it a little bit more neatly, but definitely looks a lot better. I feel like I added a lot of stuff, even though I didn't add anything too crazy. Probably one more stream, I think, to finish off, like tile up these jumper plates and stuff, make them blend in a little more, and then I might even add like a small half of a launch pad here, like a landing pad there. I think it will look a little bit nicer. Maybe a couple more figures I want to buy in the next week or coming weeks for this build. Definitely some major progress. Looks absolutely amazing. And also shout out to Lego Banana for tuning in to the stream. Got a little representation there, which I talked about in the stream. But that was a pretty small vlog. Next week I'll probably do like a full week vlog, like Monday to Sunday rather than just the weekend, because it'll also be probably my final Scarif build, so I have a little bit longer of a vlog to do. But that's gonna do it for the rest of the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one.